Today we're going to go over the difference between a glute bridge and a glute thrust. Some people call it hip bridge, hip thrust. They're completely interchangeable terms. The difference is whether you're bridging or you're thrusting. The biggest difference is whether or not you're doing it with your back elevated on another object or if you're doing it on the ground. I'm going to go over hip thrust first just because I already have this set up. When you are doing your hip thrust, you want to have something nice and sturdy to put your back on. We have this little dune over here. Some people will use a regular bench. For me, I find the bench is a little too tall, but I'm very short. So I like this one a little bit more. This edge over here, you're going to line this up right beneath your shoulder blade, okay? And I'm going to just rest right there as so on my back. I'm going to make sure my knees are nice and open, kind of like when you're doing those abduction exercises, and my feet are going to be right under my hip. From here, I'm going to make sure I'm hip hinging at the bottom position to do this exercise. And I'm going to do a hip extension to complete it. Chin nice and tucked, everything nice and aligned here. This is a body weight hip thrust, okay? Thrust means you're elevated. The big reason why we do a hip thrust over a bridge is the very deep range of motion at the bottom. As you can see, I can hip hinge a ton, which will get way more glute activation, which is really good for hypertrophy. Now, let's say I want to do it loaded. I can use any object. Some people use dumbbells. Some people use sandbags. In this case, we got a little bar over here. And what I want to do is rest this inside of my hip crease, okay? I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to press it into it too. That way it doesn't roll towards my face or over my knees. Nice and secure. If you want, you can also use a pad. We have this axle bar, which is a little bit thicker, which feels a lot nicer when you're hip thrusting. So completely up to you. And you can, of course, do it loaded. But we're just demonstrating here. I'm going to make sure I brace my core super tight before I do this, though, because now there's load on my spine. So I'm going to brace my core. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And I'm going to drive up into the bar and squeeze my glutes nice and tight. I want to make sure my knees are out also. Just like so. We're going to do a few reps like this. Boom. Super controlled. Really important you keep your spine straight. That way most of the movement will come from your hips. Okay? And that's super important because the glutes are part of your hips. One more. Come on up. And we're squeeze nice and tight. Control on the way down. When you're done, if you have it weighted, usually the plate will elevate the bar and you can just roll it off. In my case, I don't have weight, so I'm just going to take it off and put it down to the side. Let me show you now the glute bridge. Okay, let's put this over here. So glute bridge, very similar motion and execution. The difference is instead of resting on my back, I'm going to get up onto the top of my trap. So if some people have neck pain, this might not be ideal for you, and you might prefer this variation depending on what your pains are. So what you want to do is get onto the top of your trapezius before you start. A lot of times when I see people do glute bridge, they'll start on the flat of their back and then they won't get a lot of elevation. So you want to make sure you come up to your trapezius before you do your hip extension, okay? Once again, I want to do the hip hinge motion. So if you know how to do a deadlift, this movement is very easy. And vice versa, if you want to learn how to deadlift, I recommend doing glute bridges to learn the motion of the hips. It's a lot easier for some. For others, they might have a little bit more difficulty because of their ability to come up to their shoulders, okay? So you can have your hands on the floor. You can cross it over your chest. In my case, I'm going to do it loaded, so I'm going to be holding it right at my hip the exact same way I did the thrust. Because of the nature of the bridge and how the bar will aim towards your face, some people get really anxious doing this and they'll feel like they'll fall. So really drive it into your hip crease as you do it, just like this. Once again, we're doing it loaded, so you got to brace a little bit harder and a little bit more stable. If you don't know how to brace, we got videos for that down below. But this is what we call a glute bridge, hip bridge. And when you're doing it elevated, we call it a hip thrust. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time.